Court of Ghana, who and a highest court of Ghana, so Mukasama, it was said Nipa Ejetum, as our judgment by Umbejetum and also Omunjin no as some sebe, but in some other course when about wine or Casawine or OT, ha and Albanian in a if young when you go to if you ever.
Your initial reaction to this?
So, my friend from Channel, I want to know your position today. No, I'm just asking you. I want to know your position today.
You accept that he's not.
No, I just want us to have clarity for the purposes of education. What is your position now? I want to know. What has the court said? That what? No, yes, we are educating ourselves. You know, I want that we are educating God, and also it's a moment for all of us to rally around the choice we made in 1992, democracy. Democracy requires decency, and that is the path the NPP majority caucus took to ensure that we do right to the law. Nothing more, except to say that we expect our colleagues on the other side, including Mr. Speaker, to respect the outcome of this case so that we move on as a nation. All we have is the peace of the country. All we have is our democracy. And in West Africa and in Africa as a whole, Ghana shines in the eyes of the people in terms of democracy. So this is another feat we have achieved, and we must celebrate it. It's not a matter of NPP against NDC. It's a matter of constitutional, interpretation. And the court has given its verdict. We should all respect it and move on. Thank you very much. I think
do you expect the Speaker to recall Parliament on its own volition, giving this emphatic?
Let the lawyers deal with the issues of law. I think that all we want is peace in the country, and we chose peace. And today we've achieved peace. That is all we say.
The Speaker has no choice. He has to abide by the ruling of the Supreme Court. He has no choice. He has no choice. Absolutely no choice.
What's the way forward?
The way forward is for him.
Please. The
Supreme Court is spoken.
The interesting thing about today's matter is that as far back as 1968, after the first Republican Constitution, we decided as a nation, which can be seen by the proposals of the Constituent Assembly, that two things will happen. The first thing that we decided was that we will have the judiciary interpret the Constitution. In fact, they said two things. They wanted the judiciary to be the ultimate arbiter of what the Constitution says, and they also wanted the judiciary to be able to give advisory opinions. The people of Ghana rejected the second suggestion and said that the judiciary should not give advisory opinions, but the judiciary is the body that should interpret the Constitution. The second thing that is important in that entire the 1968 proposals was that they decided that Parliament would not be supreme. The supremacy of Parliament was not accepted. What they decided was that Parliament will be under the Constitution, and so all our constitutions since then have followed this position. In fact, the 1992 Constitution in Article 1 says that sovereignty lies in the people. That sovereignty was expressed when the people, through a referendum, voted to bring this constitution into force. And the constitution tells us that the supreme law of Ghana is the constitution. Everybody else is under the constitution. Nobody is above anybody. Everybody has his role. And so the fact that the Supreme Court interprets the Constitution does not mean that they are above anybody. In fact, there are judges sitting on the bench. One of them is my classmate. My juniors are on the bench. But once they go and sit there, even if it's my own child sitting there, I cannot but bow and give the person respect, not for the person, but for the office and for the law. And we expect every other Ghanaian to also respect the law. We don't all agree on what is said and what is done. There are several times that I've disagreed with what is said and what is done. But because of the respect for the rule of law, because of the respect for the Constitution, we just keep quiet and follow the law, hoping that if we don't agree, another opportunity will come that we'll be able to express ourselves. So what has happened today, we have not seen the reasons. We are happy because we came to court because we believed that the right thing was that the people had not by their action vacated their seats. So what has happened to them, we are happy about it. Tomorrow, the reasons will come out. And when the reasons come out as lawyers, then we can look at the reasons and what the court has said, and then we can discuss it.
The judges, I can say, let's fuck. I say, you be a say, you are channel. I can say, dear, almost on the obey and obey, and I say, on ye, I said, I will about my in theatre to us.
In fact, the fact that the court has ruled in your favor does not mean that you agree with the reasons. You might decide that even the reasons some of the judges gave, you do not agree with it. Two of the judges talked about jurisdiction. We don't know what they said, so tomorrow we will know. And when we know, we'll prepare to answer more questions in detail. But as was said by the leader, as far as I'm concerned, today democracy has won, constitutionalism has won.
And Bagbin has lost.
No, nobody has lost. Democracy has won, constitutionalism has won, and nobody has lost. Every one of us is holding every position that we hold in trust for the people of Ghana. We don't hold it in our own capacity. When you are an MP, when you are a minister, when you are a president, when you are a speaker, when you are a chief justice, you hold it in trust for the people of Ghana, and you are under the law. Your time will come and you leave the position, and that is what we must all write. So the 4 MPs have been reinstated. They must come to Parliament, and as far as I'm concerned, if the status quo ante is brought back, then this whole dispute that people call him caucus leader, whatever, it should stop from today. We have a majority, which is NPP, and the majority leader is Honorable Alexander Afeyo-Maki.
Thank you. A lot of reactions that are coming in, and we will try and see if we can talk to a few more MPs who are here as to how this ruling has gone. Farouk Mama, I mean, this has been a torturous journey. You in the NPP have insisted that the Speaker of Parliament's actions were unlawful. Live on Joy News, what do you make of how the Supreme Court has ruled?
I think today has been a significant day for us, and the judgment speaks for itself. I think 2 judges had issues with the jurisdiction and other people. So today is a day for democracy, and it says that whatever we are doing as Ghanaians, we should respect the law. The Constitution of Ghana, 1992 Constitution, is the biggest, and we must respect it. No winner, no loser, and today democracy has been reinstated, and we expect the Speaker to act as such.
We shall win to save Ghana. We have won to save Ghana. We have won to save Ghana. The elephant is a winning flame. We have won to save Ghana.
Democracy is won. The dictatorship is lost.
Was really a constitutional matter. He has come in.
Tendencies it was beginning to exhibit. It's been nipped in the bud by this August House, the Supreme Court. I'm sorry. My very good friend, my brother.
Okay.
But he was behaving very badly and unconstitutionally.
Right, so some photos will be taken, but the big news coming in from the Supreme Court, the judgment has just been handed down live here. You've watched proceedings. By a 5-2 majority decision, the Supreme Court has decided that the declaration of 4 seats as vacant was unconstitutional. The 7-member panel presided over by Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono, Mariam Owusu, Avril Lovelace Johnson, Kwame Asiedu Edibu, Amadou Tanko, Avril Lovelace Johnson, and Jao Dakun Asare, they came to the conclusion by majority decision that this persons really ought to return to Parliament, and they do not believe that the Speaker of Parliament acted in a way that affirms the Constitution. And so there are 2 members of the panel who dissented, that is Avril Lovelace Johnson and Justice Amadou Tanko, who ruled that given the way matters went, given how matters went, they disagree with the fundamental conclusions of the court, and so 5-2 they have actually dissented on that, and we'll get more reaction from the Supreme Court. KTM in particular has some strong words about the Speaker of Parliament, who he says has acted in a way that has dictatorial tendency. We'll get to him. Why are you saying that the Speaker of Parliament has acted with dictatorial tendency?
I mean, the Speaker of Parliament is supposed to be the custodian, of the Constitution. The Constitution. Constitution. This man decides that he would not respect the Constitution. Not only that, he would not respect the apex court of the land. It's outlandish. I haven't seen anything like that in my life. And I heard this argument. He respects the supremacy of the Constitution, but he doesn't respect the supremacy of the Supreme Court. What does it mean? So that is what somebody is saying. What do I have against Bagbin? My very good friend. Everybody accepts. I mean, he's a class prefect. You all know that. But the point is that I do not agree that a person of his caliber would not respect the ruling of the Supreme Court. Now it has been very crystally put by the Supreme Court. The motion, filed by our majority leader of the House has succeeded. The Speaker Bagbin has absolutely no choice now to comply. Tell Ato and his followers to move back to where they originated onto our seat. We expect that to be done without fail. That's how simple this matter has become. Bagbin must learn to respect the authority of the Supreme Court. Full stop.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
One question for you.
Which one?
Why did you aid Professor Michael Quay to flout the...
I've said this. This matter has come out and we talked about it so much. We said, how did I aid? Are you now making a personal attack? How did I aid? I do not even remember that particular ruling. I've made the point many times. At that time, we had about 169 or so members on our side. Nobody recalls that. Not question of not carried. I don't even remember. It is until this matter came up that the issue came up. And consistently, I've said that we're fine. He may have so he was wrong. He was wrong. But the matter didn't get the opportunity of surfacing in the Supreme Court. Now it has. There was this matter in one of these judgments, and I think Mr. Justice, I think Francois, in one of the famous cases, he said that, well, look, everybody is saying that this was wrong, this was wrong, it has been perpetuated, and nobody said anything, and so that remains the law. It is not. All right, there was there's an error, there was an illegality, it has been perpetuated. Now somebody's raised their hand. The hand is up now. Nobody can.
Coordinator Hero Hammond, popularly known as KT Hammond, perspiring, huffing, puffing, and enjoying the victory so far. Some intense moments there, but of course the Apex Court ruling by 5-2 majority that indeed the actions of the Speaker were unconstitutional. And it's interesting because one of my viewers this morning had actually put it up that there was going
for her and I really with you. It was in some show and now you're from your heart and Ghanatube so much.